Let's turn to the presidential election. Traditionally, foreign policy has not played a major role in any presidential election. It's a general proposition. But we have certainly a heated up world situation right now. We have the economic situation, price of oil escalating, inflation up. We have, so the economic issues. You have Trump standing trial in New York on 34 felony counts. What do you see in this mix as to how the presidential election is going to play out, particularly where you categorized its uncertainty as the number one threat facing us in 2024?
Yeah, I consider the crisis that U.S. democracy is presently facing to be the largest risk in 2024. The way we categorize these is likelihood, imminence, and impact. And the latter, of course, is weighing heavily in that decision here because the U.S. is by far the most powerful country in the world. And what happens in the U.S. has ripple effects and implications for everybody, for allies and for adversaries. So, I mean, obviously, if the same exact situation was playing out in Canada's democracy, and it's not, it wouldn't be number one. But there you have it. Now, this election, you rightly say that, elections in the United States are, not usually about foreign policy. They're usually about the economy. Now, that's a recent development. That's been true since like 1978. Interestingly, when the polls started for how Americans are voting in a systematic way, it was after World War II. And from 1948, the first time we saw those polls, until the 70s, national security was the dominant theme. Now, maybe not a surprise after World War II, but right up through Vietnam. And then it stopped. And then the focus was the economy. And the real question is that changing right now? I mean, I don't know that I would describe foreign policy as the most important issue exercising U.S. voters, but I might describe it as national security, broadly speaking. I mean, for many voters, they describe the border security and immigration as the number one issue for them. And if you add to that issues like the state of U.S. democracy, which means very different things if you support Biden or if you support Trump, but nonetheless, everyone's concerned about it. They just think that the other side is the one that's destroying U.S. democracy. And then you add impact on the Middle East war, and a lot of Democrats that are increasingly supportive of the Palestinian position, a majority of Democrats actually saying they view it that way and really undermining Biden. You put those things together and compare it to the way the Americans view the economy through a much more tribal and politicized lens, then this election looks a lot more complicated. It doesn't look like the economy is driving the election. It looks like a lot of things are driving the election, and national security writ large is a critical component of that.